Friendship is like the mighty redwood. When it fills out to its full size, it's beautiful and practically indestructible.
Have you ever said to yourself, man, I wish my wrestling games featured less gravity and more insanity? If so, then Ultimate Muscle Legends vs. New Generation for the Nintendo GameCube is for you. First, a little background. The Ultimate Muscle anime series on which this game is based can be traced back to the Kinnikuman manga that originally ran during the 1980s. The manga led to an anime series of the same name that ran from 83 to 86, which led to more manga, which led to more anime, a few other video games, a massive toy line, and then finally, Ultimate Muscle The Kinnikuman Legacy came to North American TV sets in 2002. The basic premise that encapsulates all the Kinnikuman media focuses on a wide range of outlandish, intergalactic superheroes and villains who settle their scores in a wrestling ring. Also, there's stuff about honor, family, tradition, pride, you know, the usual stuff. Sorry, I never followed the original source material.
Well, that's certainly disappointing.
Anyway, Ultimate Muscle was released for the GameCube in North America in 2003. It was developed by AKI, the same company that made those classic WWF and WCW games for the N64. But while this game does borrow some familiar moves, it does not in any way play like your standard wrestling game. I would call this game a hybrid of wrestling, fighting games, and the circus. All the characters are able to leap to insane heights and fly off the ropes, allowing you to attack from above or catch your opponent in mid-air and bring them to the ground. There's no running, no submissions, no taunting, a limited number of regular grappling moves, and even fewer situational grapple moves. Simply put, no mercy it ain't.
Are you crazy?
But that's not necessarily a bad thing. Even though the moveset can get a little repetitive at times, the action has the potential to get extremely fast-paced and entertaining. This game is not for those with a slow trigger finger, as everything about this game comes down to timing. From countering attacks, to throwing your opponent and catching them with a move, to hitting your special, everything has to be done just right. But when you do hit them, it looks and feels amazing. Throughout the fights, you have a power meter that fills up and allows you to perform special moves of varying degree. Fill it all the way and you can hit your devastating ultimate move. Though the meter fills up if you're doing well, it also fills up to a lesser degree if you're getting beat up. This can give you a chance to bust out a special move to turn the tables on your opponent and possibly dig you out of a hole. Each character has up to 5 special moves, including their finisher. The Versus mode gives you a number of options. There's your standard one-on-one, where you can either wrestle solo or with a corner man, who occasionally will toss out some items that can replenish your health or cause damage. There's also tag, tornado tag, and 3 and 4 person elimination matches. Along with the basic Versus mode, there's also a single-player story mode for each character. Aside from the chatter that takes place between each match, the story mode is pretty one-dimensional. You wrestle a couple of singles matches, then a tag match, then 2 more singles matches, and that's it. Though it is a cool touch to have all the characters voiced by the actors who do them for the show.
It's a shame that I'll be taking over your spot. See, your next opponent is me.
The game gives you 14 characters to start out with, but over time you can unlock 6 more, either by finishing specific character stories or by collecting enough of the muscle toys that you purchase as you win matches. I like the toy feature because it gives you a reason to keep playing, so you can unlock some of those hidden characters. If you're like me and are unfamiliar with the massively popular toy line, the collection gives you a little more background into the rest of the crazy characters that make up this world. But I can't help but look at some of them and wish they were playable characters. Like any other wrestling game worth its weight in salt, Ultimate Muscle has a creation mode as well, though I have to say it's very lacking. I guess there was a create a character contest back in the day and they picked 10 winners, and those 10 designs are all you have to choose from when it comes to head, body, arms, and legs. You can also adjust the colors for the characters, but that's about it. Aside from choosing a unique finisher and giving it a name, your CAW plays like every other character in the game. I would avoid this feature. The graphics in this game are one of the bright points for me. Everything looks smooth and clean. The cell shading of the characters, a la Wind Waker, makes everything look bright and distinctive like on the TV show. The moves look great, from the basic attacks to the finishers. I especially love when everything goes, for lack of a better term, anime style when the characters apply their finishing moves. It's a seamless bridge between the regular gameplay and the show the game's based off of. The sound is a mixed bag for me. As I mentioned before, I like the fact that the voice actors from the TV show lent their voices to the game as well. The commentary gets a little repetitive at times, but it eventually becomes white noise and it's not as noticeable. And the music is great too, it really sets the tone throughout. Ultimate Muscle Legends vs. New Generation is a fast, fun game that blends traditional wrestling mechanics with the insane fighting style that's seen in the original source material. Though there is a bit of a learning curve at first, it feels rewarding when you figure it all out. It's enough to make you want to play it again and again. The game appears to be a loyal adaptation of the 4Kids version of the TV show, from the graphics to the sound, and you don't feel like you're being punished for not knowing what the game is based on. Though the story and the creator wrestler modes are flat, those are minor issues with what is an otherwise good game. I give Ultimate Muscle 3.5 cow and rice out of 5. I'm Brian Zane, and I'll see you next time.
With my rice, I like to have some cow, cow, cow. It tastes so very good, I don't know how. It's my favorite form of chow, chow, chow.